Good morning. This morning I was listening to a message by Miroslav Volf. He's a Yale professor at the Divinity School. Amazing message on loving for no reason, right? And he uses the book of Job, and he's talking about where in the very beginning of the book, Satan comes to talk to God and say, there's no righteous people. And he's saying, well, have you considered my servant Job? He's a righteous man. And then Satan says, well, he only worships you. He only loves you because you've given him everything a man could possibly have. Great wealth, great success, great flourishing. And God gives Satan the ability to take away those things, his wealth, his power, his property, and even his health. And in the end, Job still loves and worships God. He goes through a process of struggle with that, with suffering, especially when it comes to physical suffering. And the idea is that if you think about, do we worship God for what he provides us, or do we worship God because of who he is? And there is towards the end of the book, God reveals himself to Job, and then there's this dialogue between them. Where were you when I created the heavens and the earth? Where were you? And it's this idea of the beautiful idea of he is the creator of everything. And that's where our worship comes from, rather than what he provides us. But I believe that a lot of Christianity is rooted in what he provides us. So we're really not worshiping God, we're worshiping ourselves in a way of saying, it's because he gives me things. He's this beautiful butler. He's Santa Claus. He's not really the creator of all things. But when our heart is in that place of worshiping him for who he is, loving for no reason, self-centered reason, that's where everything becomes beautiful in our life. The one who tries to hold on to his life will lose it, but the one who lays down his life for my sake and the gospel will find it, right? Deny yourself, pick up your cross, and follow me. Jesus shows us the way. And he's even teaching that back in the Old Testament with the story of Job, that it's not about you at the center, and that's where our struggle comes from. And Satan's belief was he's only worshiping you because of what you provide him. And it even to this day. So here's how you can tell where someone is. Wait until suffering hits that person's life. And the fruit of that will be, well, I was worshiping God because of what he provided me, but now that he's not, I'm not going to follow him. It's really all about me at the center. So there's really no difference between someone that's an atheist saying, I don't want God because I don't believe in who he is, and someone that says they're a follower, but they're a follower for them, not because of the beauty and the awe and the majesty of who God is. He didn't come to just take us to heaven someday. He came to reconcile us into right relationship with our loving God, and us be changed and transformed more into that image, rather than it be about you at the center. And that's where our big struggle comes in, because that's at the center, and the struggle of every struggle that we have, we're rooted in self, rather being reconciled to the love source of God. And Job got it at the end. Everybody else was, you must have done something wrong in order to get these, it's more like karma. I did bad, now bad's coming my way, and that's not necessarily the case. Suffering, the rain comes down on the righteous and the unrighteous. That suffering is part of our condition. Death is part of our human condition. He came to reconcile that, heal that within. Anyway, God bless y'all.